Thank you. It's a great honor to be here. So, as Petra said, I come from the School of Engineering. I do computer science, and my research is artificial intelligence. So all this sound a little, what should I say, distant to humans. So there's a general perception or misperception that my world is full of shabby t-shirts, frazzled hair, or some free food actually, big gigantic noise cancellation headphones, and just hacking days and night. So here's the funny thing. In the world of artificial intelligence, which is really my research passion, what really excites me, wakes me up every day, and gives me the most reward is nothing artificial. And to put it simply, is the human connection in my work and in my daily life. So today we're here to share our story and just thoughts about teaching, and I want to put a particular emphasis on teaching outside of classrooms, being mentors and being advisors. So there's an ancient Chinese saying that if you're a teacher for one day, you're a father for life. And they don't care about mothers at that time, I guess. So now that translate that into 21st century modern Stanford technology lab, we need to do some tweaks. But I really, really do love and enjoy the motherly nature of my relationship with my students. Actually, one of my students officially told me I'm officially the person who feeds him the most other than his mom, because we do a lot of lunch seminars and group meetings. But we'll see if that rank changes after his internship at Google this summer. So, but seriously, more seriously, I drew actually heavily from a Confucius teaching philosophy about mentor according to the materials. So you cannot just have a boilerplate for every single student. And to do that, I spend a lot of time with them as individuals. And my students all know me. We have a lot of not only research meetings, but just talks and just chats and getting to know each other, to the point that my students know that that if their parents come to visit, I will have breakfast or lunch with them. So some of them were very nervous about that. And let me share with you one epiphany of the result of these hours of getting to know the students. And this epiphany came by just talking to all my students and research assistants, and these are kids, sometimes I call them, students in their 20s and 30s, and they tend to ask you this question, why? Why am I meeting you at 10 a.m.? Why can I come at 5 p.m.? Why am I writing this paper? But mostly why? Why are we doing this? Why are we building this piece of technology? And to elaborate on this, I want to put something in context. There are actually two so-called crises in my professional life for the past many years, especially recently. And this is about AI technology and about STEM education. So the first crisis is AI is creating monsters, or the Terminators are coming next door because of the AI technology we're creating. AI might turn evil. You hear this from prominent people like Elon Musk and Bill Gates. And the second crisis is actually we lack diversity. We lack diversity of students and technologists in AI and in STEM. So seemingly these are two disconnected crises. They exist in my professional world, but they don't have much to do with each other. But actually, I think there's a lot to do with each other, after being years of being a mentor and an advisor. So as it turned out, one of the major problems in the technology field like computer science and AI is the lack of human connection in some of our education. We're here in Silicon Valley. Much of our Silicon Valley culture and our tech culture emphasize on the geekiness of the culture. This is the image I described to you at the beginning of this talk. In classrooms, in labs, in companies, we don't speak enough of the humanistic values and missions that our technology can be built upon and can deliver to our society. So I was highly illuminated by one event this summer that Stanford AI Lab sponsored the first AI summer camp to a group of high school girls. And these 15, 14-year-olds come to us, and they not only learn about AI, but they do hands-on research projects. And for example, for one of our robotic projects, we asked them to build tiny self-driving cars. But instead of just encouraging them to think about path planning and optimization, we talk about the value of self-driving cars for aging society or for the disabled. Or we teach computer vision or machine learning and to recognize human movements. But instead of just talk about the mathematics, we design a project to help doctors and nurses to monitor hand hygiene practices, which helps to curb hospital-acquired infection. And the girls were thrilled. They came to us and said, we never made that connection with AI and with technology. Now we understand. So here at Stanford, we're so privileged to work with the smartest students, some of the smartest students in the world. But also our students come with all kinds of walks of life, genders, races. And I think that we really need to pay more attention. That's what I'm starting to do myself, to building that humanistic message into our education and advising. Because we cannot afford to lose these students. They care about building their values and mission statement in the technology they're going to build. If we lose them, we not only lose valuable workforce that our society so desperately needs, we also might lose those important humanistic values and messages. And taking that to extreme, we might actually be worried about creating terminators when those things are, are out of our technology. So in conclusion, I'm sorry, in conclusion, my world is artificial intelligence. It's nothing artificial. We really need a new generation of students and then technologists and researchers with diverse background, all walks of life, to build the humanistic technology. And all these begins with mentoring with the humanistic message and with human empathy. Thank you.